Jade, come on, snap out of it. This is like the worst time for you to be evil. Seriously, why is this a thing that's gotta keep happening?
Oh yeah? I'm sorry I'm such a nuisance to you. I guess I only matter when it's most convenient for everyone else, huh? If I'm not being useful, then who cares? Well, guess what? Maybe I'm done bending over backwards for people that abandoned me!
Oh shit, fuck.
Ha!
Dave! Don't worry, I've got you.
Ooh.
What the hell?
Dude, what the fuck am I even looking at here?
Dave, please. Don't act obtuse just to get on my nerves. This is the scene where Troll Jack's pent-up frustrations finally boil over, and he confronts Troll Innes about how their lives together aren't working. He feels like he's been putting in too much and not getting enough out. Troll Innes feels very similar, but there's a whole other layer of gritty turmoil that Troll Jack just doesn't understand. Everything they've been working so hard to maintain clashes because they just aren't happy with their relationship. But it's so important to each of them that it ends up tearing them apart. If you've been paying even a shred of attention, that much should be obvious. Or do I need to remind you of the title? Because it literally spells it out for you. Look, Troll Innes Delmar and Troll Jack Twist are stationed under Troll Joe Aguirre to herd his wool beasts through the intensive daytime solar cycles in Troll...
No, don't read the whole thing again. That's so unnecessary. This is fucking Troll Brokeback Mountain. There. I just saved you 5 minutes. Hell, why is everything even called Troll? Isn't this like a vintage alien movie? What cultural phenomenon did I skim over which made it taboo not to point out that everything and everyone is explicitly part of your species? Who else would be watching besides trolls? And why does the title say it so much? I bet if I tallied every word, troll would take up a full 10%.
Well, excuse you! You don't hear me ragging on every vaguely eccentric human idiosyncrasy I come across. For example, notice how I haven't once complained about how obnoxious it is to watch the same trite bonding ritual rendered in 10 equally bland flavors. It's always some Joe Schmo prostrating themselves in front of their mate sprite with some showy pebble, and yet every time, it's met with tears and hysterics. It's a simple fucking question. You don't need all that drama.
I think you're the one complaining now. But I kinda agree. Proposals in movies are way overplayed. Sorta ruins it for those of us without the privilege of movie magic.
Exactly. So let's just mark that off as something unique to important members of Troll Society. Troll Society. With trolls. What is so wrong about acknowledging that? Especially considering that we conquered countless star systems full of non-trolls? Unlike humans, whose civilization didn't last long enough to confirm the existence of a single extraterrestrial species.
Alright. Question answered. But you have to admit, that means Jack Dick at this point. Wait, sorry. Troll Jack Dick. Troll Jack Bulge?
What are you even—
Shut up, I'm trying to watch now. Wait, never mind, no I'm not.
That was like 2 fucking seconds! Important seconds!
I wish I knew how to quit you. Ooh, that's real deep. I can feel my heartstrings being plucked as I speak. Wish I knew how to quit this movie. Okay, I take that one back. That was embarrassingly weak.
Yeah, it was. And we don't need to waste time entertaining more of your pathetic quips. We're missing everything. This is crucial stuff.
Oh no, whatever will I do? It's basically a fucking tragedy every time I look away. Who knows how much uncomfortable dude-on-dude makeout battling I'm missing out on? Okay, it looks like they're just kind of crying now. Wait, never mind. In comes Troll Ennis with a killer right cross. And now they're on the ground. Is that a hug? Ref's not calling any fouls, Jim. I think that's a clean hug. This is a totally unprecedented upset. Gonna change the face of alien love grudge matches forever. Or at least for the next 20 minutes, I guess.
Oh, great! Now you've managed to make us miss the entire scene. Troll Innis is already trotting off on his hoof beast. Are you happy now, Dave? Actually, I've got to rewind just so I can actually appreciate it.
Okay, really? You're gonna go that far? Alright, fine. No skin off my nose. But I can pretty much guarantee you I've missed a whole lot more than one scene on account of Heath Ledger's choice of indecipherable line delivery. Wait, sorry. Troll Heath Ledger. Dude mumbles every line like he's got a mouthful of dip wrapped around the fattest fucking cigar anyone's ever seen, like bacon on a hot dog at the family barbecue. Seriously, is he even opening his mouth half the time?
Oh, well, isn't that just the tuber paste on the grub loaf? You heard it right, folks! Dave fucking Strider is complaining that someone is mumbling too much!
Hey, low blow, dude. You know I do that to practice my rhymes.
Oh, I know, Dave. I know all too well about your rhymes and sick beats.
Actually, speaking of, maybe when this is over I could show you this one song I've been working on. It'll speak to you on a personal level, I swear.
Sure, whatever, but not until we rewind this scene and finish the movie properly.
Sweet, although I think finishing it properly seems a little ambitious. Even if you rewind, I'm probably gonna end up tuning it all out again anyway.
Oh, fuck no! You have not been tuning out this whole movie!
Did I say anything about the whole movie? I mean, it's kinda true, but...
Are you shitting me? You've got to be yanking my humor proboscis. There is no way you have the gall to straight up not pay attention after all the trouble I went through to get you here in the first place!
Dude, what are you even talking about? You just marched up all out of breath and started ranting about the importance of immersing me in troll culture and shit. I couldn't even crack a joke, you were so on top of it. After you got done with your Tony Award-winning performance, I literally just said sure, and that was the whole story.
That was a lot of trouble to prepare! You know how long I rehearsed that?
Are you serious? You actually rehearsed that? That's pretty goddamn adorable.
What? Shut up! I wanted to make sure you'd agree.
Was it really that big of a concern? Why would I say no? It's not like I had anything better to do. Like, what have we been doing for the past year and a half besides sit around watching shitty movies? I mean, this one in particular has been apeshit bananas trying to follow so far, so I guess it's as effective a time sink as any.
You know what, Dave? I think you're full of shit. As far as romantic cinematography goes, this has actually been pretty tame. The Quadrant dynamics are really easy to follow, making it relatable, and it isn't even a politically charged film. It has almost none of our space crap, as you so eloquently put it, and it's even lacking in the most basic displays of extensive violence. This should be like heaven to your delicate human sensibilities, which is why I chose it.
What kind of human sensibilities do you think I'm rocking exactly? I'm hurling through space on a meteor with a bunch of aliens and watching alien movies. Like, what part of that is... Whoa. Karkat, you're winding too far. At this rate, we're gonna end up at... And there they are. Troll Jake Gyllenhaal's bare ass cheeks. Really didn't need a reminder of what those boys looked like, I gotta say.
Since you've apparently been mentally absent over the course of the entire film, it only makes sense that I go back and restart it from the beginning. The very beginning, Dave. The opening scene.
Okay, I was kidding, alright? I've totally been digging your hot alien hate fucking. I mean, hey, don't give me that look. You know what I meant, and it wasn't that. Come on, let's just go back to where we left off. I'm not really jazzed to watch this all over again. It was awkward enough the first time.
Stop being such a snot-sponged wiggler! There's barely any actual nudity in this film. The director was very tasteful with his choice of blurring and keeping things just out of frame. What was that about your sensibilities, Dave? Could it be that we have so graciously stumbled upon them on this here summertime mountainside?
No, cut it out. Is it so unreasonable that I don't want to watch two dudes grunting all over each other awkwardly while I'm just trying to chill with a bro?
Why do you keep doing that?
Doing what?
You're constantly referring to them as two dudes. It's almost reminiscent of movie titles labeling things as troll. You never fucking miss a chance. Look, I understand by now that apparently to humans, people of the same gender actually acknowledging each other beyond a stiff nod of the head is considered utterly repulsive. I can only try so hard to be culturally sensitive here, especially when there's no observable fucking consistency to be had when it comes to the taboo nature of your human heterosexuality. I don't see Rose constantly squirming with discomfort and prattling on about her girl-on-girl dates and girl-on-girl poetry sessions.
Well, first off, it's not really, like with girls, It's
what? What do you mean, Dave? Please, keep going, I can't wait to hear this!
No, hold up, this is Rose we're talking about. This is the girl who never misses an opportunity to prove how above it all she is, as smugly as possible. She writes verbose wizard porn in her spare time, like, there is no reality in which Rose is an accurate barometer for normal human behavior. And I can say that because she's my ecto-sister or whatever. I'm not just being a dick. She can do her thing. If she's cool, then I'm cool. But we're still totally different people. You don't see me squaring you up to Kanaya like, what the fuck, bro? Why don't you glow in the dark, huh? Besides, you're totally blowing this out of proportion. Who even said anything was repulsive or whatever? Just, if it's bugging you that much, I'll stop.
Whatever. The movie is back at the beginning. We can watch it again.
No. Karkat, seriously. I do not want to watch all this again. Can't you just, fill me in on the important stuff I missed? We were almost done with it anyway. You know you want to explain it to me. You live for this shit. I'm turning the other cheek and letting you take a free shot. Hit me with the plot, big man. I can take it.
I have no idea how much you were even paying attention to. Do you seriously expect me to summarize the entire movie I wanted to, watch with you?
God damn it. I have been watching. You know I was exaggerating. Don't give me this shit. There are some things I'm confused about, I guess, and even though I don't get why it matters so much, I'll ask the questions, you fill me in, and it'll all be cool. Okay?
Okay, whatever.
So, first big question. Why does every scene that's supposed to be romantic have to start with a Fight Club meeting? Is it illegal to bump uglies without a black eye first? What am I missing here?
If you had been listening to me earlier, you would know already. But fine. Even though this is outright stated in the goddamn title, Troll Jack and Troll Innes are waxing black for each other. This isn't really anything out of the ordinary. But the two of them are supposed to be out on a remote planet working, and not only do they shirk their duties to form a kismissitude, it begins to vacillate red.
Vacillation. Again.
Let me finish. So this is where things get tricky. Troll Innes already has a mate spread off planet, so now we are witnessing a deliberately harmless kismissitude vacillate into a potentially compromising bout of red infidelity. And that isn't even the half of it. Just when you thought it couldn't get any more tangled, Troll Jack ends up picking up his own mate spread after his reassignment, and now they have to struggle with that old flame threatening to ruin both of their red relationships and sink the entire quadrangle dynamic.
Okay, I guess that's simple enough. Although I still don't see why I'm supposed to care or feel sorry for him. I mean, what's the big deal? I thought the whole point of quadrants was that you could date more than one person at a time. I don't get why it's gotta be a stage 5 red alert every time they kiss while maybe not hating each other.
I can't believe I have to break that down for you. Are you really that thick?
Let's pretend I'm that thick.
Okay, well, it's because of the quadrants, okay?
Gee, you really threw me for a curveball there.
Could you can it for 5 fucking seconds, Strider? I'm trying to think of how to break this down for you. Weren't you the one practically begging me not to do that even 5 minutes ago? So even though I know I've made this point to you before, I guess we're going through it again. Quadrants have an incredible significance in troll society. They are...
I think you mean were.
They were a key thread in the intricate fabric of our society. We would have never been able to build an empire without the quadrants promoting reproductive stability.
Yeah, I remember your whole spiel about keeping folks from murdering each other indiscriminately. Though apparently that happened a shit ton anyway, so you can skip that part.
Stop interrupting! Though I'm thankful I haven't been talking to a brick wall this entire trip. The point is, you can't possibly expect to get all of your emotional fulfillment from just one person. That's preposterous.
Yeah, that rings a bell. Definitely heard that one before. What the fuck does it have to do with Troll Innes and Troll Jack? If anything, that works against your argument. You can't be fulfilled by just one person, so you're only allowed to have one mate sprit or kismesis or whatever. Wouldn't want to have more options when evil robot sex Santa comes a-knocking? Because that makes sense.
Well, okay, maybe it's not entirely logical, but don't act as if humans are any different.
I'm not saying we are, but it seems like you're just taking something already kind of illogical by your own admission and multiplying it by 4. Why am I supposed to care that these two dudes, people, whatever, have one kind of relationship with each other, but a different kind with other people on the side? Like, fuck, I don't think I'd be interested in that myself, but as far as I can gather from a troll's perspective, it sounds like a totally copacetic arrangement. But oh shit, suddenly they don't have a proper hate ratio in their hate cuddling, we gotta shut it down.
That's... well... movies can't be realistic all the damn time, okay? I admit, quadrant vacillation is an incredibly common trope used to stir up drama, and sometimes I guess it can get overplayed. But if we're being totally honest here, I don't even think the vacillation is the driving conflict of their dynamic. I completely skimmed over the fact that blood casts are playing a huge role here. Troll Innes is tragically aware that the gap between them on the Hemospectrum basically paints giant targets on their backs for culling, as he witnessed when he was barely a wiggler. And so that whole complex web of quadrant vacillation could really well lead to the reveal of what is, at the point in troll history which this movie is set, frankly, unacceptable fraternization between classes. But times have changed a lot, Dave. This was a real breakthrough film in a lot of ways for how it tackled some of these subjects.
So what I'm getting here is, you're admitting the quadrant perspective is fucking dumb, or at the very least irrelevant, and that we've been arguing over nothing.
What? No! That's not what you should be getting out of this at all!
But come on, if vacillation is so damn common, what's the point of the fucking grid in the first place? My only thought is that trolls spent thousands of years amputating their feelings for each other to fit a bunch of stupid cookie-cutter relationship molds that never even work.
That is such an outrageous oversimplification. Oh my god. Never work? Did you become an authority on the viability of troll relationships suddenly? I thought you of all people would understand the concept of emotional commitment. It just so happens that us trolls do the more sensible thing and refrain from putting all of our yolk ovals in one basket. That way, if one doesn't work out, you still have other relationships to fall back on. And Troll Jack and Troll Innes make themselves fucking miserable by forgetting that.
Hey, now it's your turn to listen. You keep saying it's about having options or whatever, but that's not what it sounds like at all. Why in the name of Nicholas Sparks are you only allowed to feel certain things towards certain people? Like you gotta ration them out or you'll have a shortage. You're sitting here talking like trolls solved emotion and neatly partitioned them into quarters, which then ushered in world fucking peace. Oh wait, is that not what happened? Go figure. What's so damn wrong with maybe investing a little more into one person? Seems to work for us humans just fine.
He's at it again! Stop sidestepping around the facts! With the way you go all in looking for a mate, it's like your whole society has a gambling addiction. You monopolize not only each other's time, but your entire lives, to the exclusion of almost anyone else, pathetically clinging to whatever scraps and attention you can scrounge up and expecting that they solve all of your fucking problems for you. And when that inevitably fails, you're left floundering in misery until your blood pusher mercifully stops beating. Because while that might have been a functional system within the context of your backward society, you arbitrarily reduce your chances of success by indicating that you may only engage with certain humans. And incest, and age gaps, and the motherlode, gender. The first two I suppose I can understand on an intellectual level based on genetics and average lifespans. But how exactly are these human customs not limiting, Dave?
I never said fucking... Who's oversimplifying things now, huh? Not to mention sidestepping. But you know what? I don't even care anymore. I don't want to get into this. Brokeback Mountain wasn't even that good as a human flick. It's not worth the argument.
Who's arguing? We are clearly not arguing. This is a calm, civilized fucking discussion. One that is probably months overdue. We are getting into this, Dave, right here, right now.
Oh my god, please. How did we even get here? I thought we were watching some B-movie about gay alien space cowboys. Can we just actually finish it now? Let's just watch Troll Jack twist bite the big one off screen so we can call this whole fiasco a wrap.
Hold the goddamn communication device. We haven't even finished the movie yet. How in the taint-chafing fuck do you know how it ends?
Well, duh, I mentioned the human version, didn't I? Wait, come to think of it, I don't think I really watched that one either. Certainly not to the end, anyway. I'm not really sure, actually. Huh.
You know, it kind of feels like we've already had this conversation before. I know I've already explained a lot of this to you, but it's been really repetitive this time.
Yeah, I'm getting hells of deja vu, too. Though, I mean, when is everything not screwy as fuck nowadays? You can't even tell if you're dreaming or not until some spooky ghost alien from who knows how many millennia ago comes creeping up on you and trying to hit it off with the first conversation they've had in centuries. With all the icebreakers getting tossed back and forth, it's like we're plowing through the Arctic with no end in sight. But instead of ice, it's literally just bubbles.
You know what? We're in the middle of a conversation. What does it matter if we're in a bubble or not?
Dude, what conversation?
I don't know, the one we were just having?
Oh, thanks, Karkat. You really cleared that one up. Like a dad who spends all Saturday morning polishing the already spotless car he doesn't keep in the garage so his neighbors are forced to look at it. How's the windshield look, honey? Well, Gary, if it were any clearer, I'd be able to peer into the future and see the eventual collapse of our failing marriage. Why does it always come back to this, Deborah? I told you not to do this in front of the kids.
Stop! For the love of everything holy, please. I know what I'm talking about. We were getting somewhere with that discussion. Somewhere important.
What could possibly be so important about Brokeback Mountain?
It had nothing to do with the movie. Which, might I remind you, is not even called that.
Sure is easier to say, though.
You know what? Call it whatever you want. I never even cared that much about it anyway.
What? Then what the fuck was the point of literally any of this? Jesus shit dickin' Christ.
Is it really that hard to figure out?
I don't know, man. At first I thought you were an open book, but turns out sometimes I have no actual clue what you're talking about or how we got there in the first place. But then I remember, hey, nothing matters anyway. So whatever, just go with the flow.
Oh, is that what you do, huh? You go with the flow? And how's that been working out lately?
Don't know what you're talking about, dude. My flow is ill as ever. I can show you if you want. Do some freestyling.
I'm good, thanks. I'll take your word for it. Whatever, I'm sick of things being awkward like this.
Oh, come on, man. If you wanted to make things less awkward, just a thought. Maybe the troll equivalent of softcore porn wasn't your best opening hand.
Quit it, Dave! I'm serious! I'll just put the crab top in sleep mode.
Look, I didn't mean to make this more awkward than it already is. I guess that's my bad. Why don't we meet in the middle? Forget the movie and just chill for a bit, before we get into whatever it is you want to get into. You know, maybe dial it back a little bit? You look like you're ready to compete in the Conniption Decathlon.
Wait, you're actually agreeing to talk?
I guess I am, yeah. Is that weird?
Yes, actually it is! You call me confusing? Imagine trying to keep up with your antics. We'll be doing something completely innocuous, and then as soon as some nebulous thing goes wrong, whether it's something I said, or a can rolls at just the wrong angle, or a faint honk is heard somewhere in the distance, you suddenly start acting completely erratic and defensive, all while pointlessly pretending to maintain your cool, until eventually you clam up and refuse to acknowledge anything is wrong at all. A little like, oh, what just happened right fucking now? And usually after that whole song and dance, you look for the first opportunity to vanish without warning, as if the thought of breathing the same air as me would set it off all over again. I get that I can be abrasive, but I have actually been trying. Am I really fucking up that badly?
Hey, of course not. It's kinda sad I'm apparently that predictable now, though.
I wish! You used to be somewhat predictable, but now I have no clue what your deal is. But I didn't want to push it because apparently I don't know how to push things without going completely off the fucking rails and creating yet another train wreck.
My deal, huh? Actually, that's a good question. I don't even really know what my own deal is, frankly. But you're not too far off the mark. There's certainly some deal with me. Like, maybe I do kind of have an inkling of what the deal is with me, but I think the even bigger deal we have on our plate is that it feels stupid to have this deal in the first place. Nobody else around here seems to think it's an issue. But maybe that's not even it. Maybe I actually just have a whole collection of deals propped up on my dusty old deal shelf that are each in their own right equally dumb as shit. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all these shitty deals I have with myself are created equal. Just sitting there, surrounded by mothballs marinating in my own shit-ass subconscious, knocking into each other and making a mess all over the damn place. But I'm not going to just start complaining at inappropriate times about a bunch of things that might not even matter, that I probably can't make sense of anyway. Like, if nobody can do anything about it, what's the point of causing drama where there is none? I just need to build a fucking bridge across the E. coli infested moat and get it over already. Although, apparently I fucked that up anyway, so... whoops.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this is about as far as I'm going to get with you right now, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. I suppose I, of all people, have no right to complain when it comes to having more issues than I know what to do with. Besides, it's not as if none of this is my fault. I pretend to have no clue what pushes your buttons, but really I'm just making excuses. I realize in hindsight that some of the things I said earlier were probably in poor taste. And by probably, I mean definitely.
Huh?
You weren't even being unreasonable when you said you didn't want to restart the movie, but I just kept at it for stupid reasons. Like, the movie isn't even a good demonstration of healthy Quadrant dynamics. I thought it would be easier for you to grasp, you know?
Karkat, I know you've been possessed to try and make me get this whole Quadrant thing, but in all honesty, I've got the gist already. Like, I understand the big picture, okay? You don't gotta prepare any more Troll Romance 101 sessions. Maybe I just want to come hang out with a bro, rather than every time having it turn into this big thing. You know, just, like, chill.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Chilling.
Especially since, well, you get worked up pretty easily. I figured trying to keep everything mellow would, like, help with that. Maybe.
I don't know, maybe this isn't really worth talking about right now. I'm just so exhausted. I hate not knowing how much I'm actually sleeping. No matter how important this conversation is, it's still got that nagging feeling that it's all redundant. We've talked about this before, haven't we? We're chill now.
Fuck yeah, we are. That's the spirit. But come to think of it, I don't have any idea if we're awake or asleep right now. If I had to guess, I'd say we're probably awake.
Really? Because I'm getting some serious dream vibes from all of this. In fact, now that I think about it, I'm almost positive we're asleep.
Well, we were awake.
Huh?
We were definitely awake, but now we aren't. I think something must have happened.
Fuck, that's right. Dave, we're stuck in a fucking memory. That's why it all felt so familiar. We were even complaining about the symptoms, but just went right back to arguing. We know better. How stupid are we? Oh my god, what were we doing? Why are we asleep? I don't remember falling asleep, which means I think we're dead?
No, stop it. We are definitely not dead.
Think about it, Dave.
Karkat, come on, calm down. We've talked about this. No more thinking about being alive or dead, alright? Panic isn't gonna get us anywhere. Look at my eyes, see? Not ghosty white, are they?
Dave.
What? Oh. Well, yours look normal.
That's how memories work, Dave. You can only tell once you know you're dead.
We'll focus on the memory then, at least until we wake up, which is totally a thing we are about to do any second now. So yeah, let's just pass some time with the memory, alright?
The memory, right.
Yes, good. Focus on the memory. We'll take it slow, okay? No worries. We got this.
Okay.
You know, even after we watched both versions, of Brokeback, I mean, I still thought it kinda sucked. Don't know if I ever told you that.
You probably did.
Haha, yeah, classic me. Even after getting past the initial discomfort, it's just kinda boring.
Dave, I appreciate the distraction, and it is actually working pretty well, but...
But nothing. Keep falling for my overpowering charm or else.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Do you hear that?
Do you think I could have missed it?
Okay, dumb question, but was there a strange clown getting worked up, peeping on us before, you know, when this shit actually went down?
I don't know, maybe?
I think so. Shit.
Wait. Dave, don't move.
Honk. Hey, friends. Did you straight up forget how to invite a motherfucker to a party? Lest y'all forget I still roam these hollowed halls, but I caught on at your game. Sometimes a motherfucker's gotta be inviting his motherfucking self home.